No.
You sure?
No, it's well, you can take it off. I thought it was a proper tie, not a clip-on tie.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Okay, let's get you in. There you go. It's very small in here. So, what is your good news this week?
Well, I've just got the job as cabin crew, and I start training on the 26th of March.
Wow.
So 2 months.
2
Barely
months.
Barely that.
But how old are you now?
18.
18. And I've been doing your hair for how long?
10? 11? It's been a long... No, 10 years.
Really?
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Well, I was in Warrington for 15 years.
And I would have been, what, 6 or 7?
Yeah.
About 5? You're 18 now.
18 now.
13 years ago then.
Yeah, it was about 5.
About 5 when I first
and
come.
you wanted to be cabin crew then?
Yeah.
Yep.
God, 13 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Has he just dropped it on the floor?
Yeah, just put it
Oh
down.
my god.
I've got plenty.
It's not the point.
Clip on so nobody tries to strangle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They can't have another drink.
Did you? I've just seen on was it Google Chrome? Is that a passenger from Ryanair has died? Yeah.
What, on a flight?
I don't know. I've come up with about a little boy who's just died.
I'm flying with them tomorrow. I'm going to Krakow
Oh,
in
are you?
Poland. Yeah.
Well, this is about a little boy that was who died from cardiac arrest because he was severely malnourished and the
Wow.
GP missed it. That's that one. Where is? See if I can find it again. It was like, oh my god. No, I cleared it.
No.
No, I cleared it. So yeah, it just said right now, and it was just like, wow. I know. Weird.
Loads of stuff going on this year, isn't there, so far? Especially with Japan.
Japan?
Yeah, well, there was the, what was it, tsunami?
Was there a
it an earthquake?
tsunami?
Was it a tsunami?
They had an earthquake.
Earthquake, and then there was that plane incident
What plane incident?
where it set on fire on the ground. Everyone got
Oh,
evacuated.
yes,
What was it,
yeah.
Japan or something? Japan Airlines, yeah.
Yeah, no earthquake.
And then there was that stabbing as well in Tokyo. All like, day after day.
Stabbing in Tokyo.
I know.
I know. I have friends playing constantly.
It's Mum that tells me, that's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Keeps
So
me
I have
going.
friends playing constantly. So because I can have it in here, so I'm not having the news up there like it was in Warrington.
No, that's it.
Yeah. So, right, we're still going to do number 2 on the back and
Yeah,
sides.
that's
So where have you got to go for your training?
Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah, because that's my base, so we do about a week there and the rest will be at East Midlands and near Nottingham.
Okay.
Not too bad.
No.
But and they pay for our accommodation and take us down as well because we're away from base.
Oh,
so we're looked
wow.
after. And of course Caitlin's doing it as well, which is my friend that works at the other store.
Oh, cool. Is
So-
that the one that you went on the cruise with?
No, that was Emily, who I knew from school.
Oh, okay.
Caitlin, I'm going to Krakow with tomorrow though.
Okay. Why are you going to Krakow?
So she's always wanted to do Auschwitz, and I really enjoyed it at school as well. And as weird as it sounds, I didn't actually realise you could do a tour until a couple of years ago. So we both thought, well, we can do that. We found some cheap flights, and we're going to see the city on day 1, and then day 2 we're going to do the full tour and they pick you up. So
Oh, right.
it's not bad.
I've always wanted to go to Krakow.
Mm.
I don't know whether it's still there or not. Where all the Jewish people were held, you know, in like they're in all these houses in a block.
Yeah,
I don't know whether that is still there or whether that's been knocked down.
right. Jewish Quarter, I think it is, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
an old part of the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to go to Is it Belgium? It was
Not
where
too
Anne
sure.
Frank died.
Right.
Bergen-Belsen or something like that.
Right.
I wanted to go to Auschwitz, but then someone I knew went there, and yeah, I was sick just by what they were telling me. So it
Mum's
was like,
friend Diane went and said it was really harrowing. So
Yeah,
I'm just glad we're doing it on the second day, not the first. But
yeah, definitely. But I also want to go to. I want to do the First World War. Like go to Flanders and the Somme.
Yeah. That's what you'd like to do.
And I would like to see if I can find my great uncles, because my grandpa he was in the First World War.
Right.
My mum's dad was in the First World War. He was at the Somme and in Flanders.
Wow. Interesting sound.
I've just realised what one it is. It's where they've just got the Parker loungers, so they're not even getting up.
Oh, Mum loves this.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Friends, though.
You
can
can't go wrong with Friends. Yeah, so I've never met my grandpa. He died when my mum was 7.
Oh, I see, right.
So I found a cousin during COVID, I think. Well, she found us.
Right.
It was my mum's older brother's 3rd child.
Oh.
And she didn't even know that she existed because he died when she was quite young. But they'd moved out of London.
Right.
But she sent me all of our grandpa's war records.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that was interesting to look through.
He was a naughty boy. He was a really naughty boy. It was like, yeah, very naughty boy. And then we found out that, because my mum and my nan always said that they couldn't get married.
Right.
Because his first wife was in a sanatorium.
Right.
Yeah, and in the 50s, or the 40s and 50s,
Yeah.
you couldn't divorce someone who was in a mental institution. You had to wait for them to die. Yeah, it's how it used to be. And then apparently she died, and that's when
He remarried.
they married. They were together nearly 20 years before they got married.
Wow.
Had my mum and my auntie and another baby, and then he died 2 years later.
Wow.
But he actually lived 3 doors down from my nan with his first wife.
Really?
Yes. And my uncles kicked him out of the house because he was having an affair with my nan. But he worked on the railways during the Second World War.
Okay.
And he stopped my nan from getting a beating from her first husband.
Wow.
And he beat him up.
Yeah.
And saved my nan. And that's how they met, because they both worked on the
that
railway.
is so interesting.
It is really interesting. But up until I met Diane,
Yeah.
I always called him Fred.
Right.
Fred.
Yeah.
It's like, Mum's going, he's your granddad. It's like, it's not my granddad. My granddad is Jim. And because Diane never met him either.
Okay.
And it was like, well, he is part of us, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So we agreed that we'd call him Grandpa.
Right.
And that's how it stuck with Grandpa now. So we got Grandpa and Granddads. But yeah, he was in the First World War, and 3 of his brothers were killed.
God, I never knew that.
Yeah. So I'd like to go and see where they're buried.
Yeah. In Flanders.
Yeah. I know one died at the Somme, and one, I think it was on the Somme and Flanders.
Flanders Field, isn't it? Because all the
Yeah.
poppies, yeah.
Yeah.
Know about that at school. Of course.
But we never done any trips like that when I was at school.
No, we didn't either, actually. I think a couple of years before us, were invited to go somewhere, but it wasn't Flanders.
No.
But we never had residentials or anything like that with history. Not even a field trip in the UK. So.
No. The only thing we done was we went, I want to say to Somerset.
All right.
But I don't know whether it is. But it was an aqua. It's quite big, thing. Aqua. Is it aqua? No, it's not an aquadome. It's you've got great big arches, right? And it's like where the canals go across. But it was built by the Romans.
Never heard of that.
Oh, I can't even remember where it is. I think I was about 7 or 8 when we went there. And the next the next school trip we had was to Paris for a week. So yeah, so Paris actually took over, but we had to go round the Notre Dame Cathedral. Then we went up the Eiffel Tower and we went right to the top.
Yeah. You can't do that now, can you?
No.
Right to the top, no.
No, we went.
They stop
right,
it like midway up, don't they?
Yeah, we went right to the top, and there was no cages round it, so you could look right down
Like a
that.
balcony.
Yeah.
Oh god. Wouldn't get
And
away with that now,
like
would
I was, it must have been like 1980. So I was 1980. I was 8. Yeah, 8, 7, 8,
they?
something
Right.
like that. So I was about this high. So
Yeah.
And it only come to my waist then. So if it was an adult, it would just come to your hips.
Yeah. No barrier at all, really.
No.
God.
Dating a man whose pool I once peed in.
I didn't need to know that. I guess 21.
So yeah, it was really really nice.
Yeah.
From what I can remember, but we were camping.
What, in Paris? Or near Paris?
Well, we was in Boulogne.
Right.
And we camped. I think you'd call it a BGL now. So it was a campsite for students, and there was no toilets.
Oh.
No, there was a plate and a hole, and that was it. So you flushed, and it all went down the hole.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that was it. It was like extreme basics, and because we were doing history, so that was
Oh, right. Take you back. Yeah.
to take us back.
That's
And
their excuse for it.
that is, yeah. But any time now, like Michael goes, "Do you want to go to France?" It's like, no, maybe not.
Still got all the memories.
I've still got all the memories. I've got a very good memory.
I can tell. I have in some areas. Long term, yes, but short term, no. Like I couldn't tell you what I did this morning, but I could 3 years ago. It's really weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. God, it's so thick at the front, isn't it?
It is.
Always is. Baby curls, whatever they're called.
So you're going to have one more cut before you start your training, aren't you?
Basically, yeah, and a fair. Maybe 2.
Um,
Maybe 1. Well, it depends when I come in next. Because we're what, 15th today? 16th?
We're 15th today.
15th today. So maybe midway through Feb again, then midway
So-
through March, just before I go maybe.
So if you go to the 15th of Feb,
And then
then
I'll
the 15th
book
of
in,
March.
which is my last day at work, and then I have a
Okay.
week off to get everything ready. But we're booking viewings, so that's exciting for apartments.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
you've
wow.
got to book it quite far in advance, but we've got our eyes on a few, so hopefully it works. I mean, worst comes to worst though, we'd stay in a hotel for a week or so and then deal with the delay.
Really?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a worry.
So I was talking to Michael over the weekend, and we were discussing like because I've moved the salon from Warrington to Breton.
Yeah.
And it was like, do you want it to take off so you were really busy like you was in Warrington? It was like, yes.
Yeah.
I want it to be like that, so I'm fully booked at least 3, maybe 4 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay. And I said, if we get that way, I said, I know I said I'd never fly again, but how do you fancy going to New York for Thanksgiving?
Oh, that would be amazing.
And he was like, but you won't fly. And it was like, yeah, I'm sure I can get enough anti-sickness tablets
Yes.
to get me there.
Knock you out of the flight.
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, right then. So it's January now. I'm in my 3rd week here in the new place.
You've got till, well,
I don't know.
October-ish,
You're the travel agent.
October-ish. Latest you can book.
October is the latest I can book.
I'd say so for Thanksgiving, yeah.
Okay.
What's that? 8? No?
That
10
would-
months. 9.5 months.
9.5 months. So
That's the target.
will you be back in the travel agents, or will you still be aircrew?
I should be back in Peterborough November time.
November time.
Yeah. But they might give me like 3 weeks of leave, so I might not be back till December.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so just have to see where I end up actually.
So yeah, that is going to be our treat. If it takes
like
off
that.
as oh no, I can't even speak now. If it takes off as well as we want it, or what way I want it to, and then we come out of the conservatory and actually go into the garage.
That's it. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, did you see my fingers?
Oh yeah, what'd you do?
I broke them.
How?
Well, Michael has got vertigo.
Right.
Right, so he couldn't get out of bed because every time he moved he was sick. And I had to deconstruct the salon. So
All on your
I
own.
hadn't eaten anything. I had taken my insulin,
Right.
but I hadn't eaten anything. And I've gone straight to the shop. And I'm not allowed to climb ladders because of my fibro and because of my sugar levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I climbed 2 ladders trying to get the metal cupboard off of the wall. So I had the ladder there,
Yeah.
a step ladder there, and I was walking from the ladder to the toilet onto the step ladder. I unscrewed it, and it was just like, oh God, what's going to happen now? And I forgot which one I was on, whether it was the ladder or the steps. And I'd gone up 5 steps
Yeah.
on the ladder, and I'd only go up 1 step on the steps.
Right.
So I just went down 1 step, thinking all I've got to do now
That's it,
is
yeah.
stretch down. Yeah, I was on the ladder. I went down 5, and my finger was pointing that way.
Oh. Did you
Yeah.
go to get it checked out then, or?
I went to the doctors. I didn't go to A&E.
Right.
But it was like the metal cupboard hit me right in the face. My nose was bleeding. My mouth was bleeding. And hello. And I didn't know whether I'd lost my front teeth or anything. It was horrible. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, it was. I still got my front teeth there.
Good. Good.
Yeah. And I didn't break my nose. I didn't break my glasses either. I just broke my fingers.
Both.
Yes.
How long would it take to?
I'll get a haircut so you won't have to wait.
How long did it take me?
Yeah.
Triple polish.
What to decon?
No. How long would it take for them to fully recover? Do you know?
These, the doctor said I shouldn't be cutting because I should keep my hand still. So he said like it's normally going to take 6 weeks because I broke the knuckle on my little finger because it's pointing that way. But because I keep moving my hands and all that, it's it could be up to 12 weeks.
When?
But I changed the bandage every day.
Yeah.
Because it gets all filled with hair. And are you dancing there?
It's friends.
I
like,
know.
best
beat
thing
them.
ever.
Yep, 100%. So yeah, I took the bandage off today and I knocked my little finger and straight away my knuckle bruised again. So it was just like... I speak very good Japanese and Chinese when that happened.
How old is this film, Maddie?
How old is this film?
Yeah.
Film.
It's not a film, it's a series.
It finished in 2004 and this is an early one, so about 96, 97.
This
So
is
about 27 years.
about that.
We're talking to a friend
Still going over that
enthusiastic
way, isn't it?
title.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could do what you did last time to try and?
I will put
Yeah.
the thin scissors through it.
Thank you.
Excuse me? You guys are getting tattoos?
Yes, but you cannot tell Ross.
I was going to get another tattoo. I was going to get one with like when we lost a friend.
Oh yeah.
No, Lily.
Because my favourite
Tell my mom.
out of Friends, or favourite actor of all time is Matthew Perry.
Right.
And we got married in 1993. And at the wedding rehearsal, I actually told my husband and the priest that if Matthew Perry turns up, I'm going off with him. And the priest stood there laughing, and so did Michael.
But you weren't joking.
Well, I got called short, fat and ugly by a client. Because he said, do you actually think you stood a chance with Matthew Perry? He gave up Julia Roberts. You're 5'2", you're short, you're fat and you're ugly. Because you wear glasses. So it was like, cheers! And then he was like, thanks for that. And I said, I'm not doing your hair. Right, and I was doing one of my old ladies. I've been doing her hair 30 years, right?
Wow.
And I've never heard her swear in my life. She was effing and jeffing. And she even used the C word.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very naughty word.
I already know what it's. I know the word it's called, but I can't.
No. You don't need to do that? Right? And then he said that because I told him that I wasn't doing his hair, he said to me, and I quote, "Your manager has told me that you're going to do my hair no matter what." I went, "Really?" And this time Angie is laughing her head off. And it's like, yeah. It's like, "Mate, I am the manager." And he goes, "Well, the owner then." And it's like, "Mate, I am the owner as well." And I hate calling people mate, but he was really annoying me.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You're not the owner." I was like, "My name is on the door. I am the owner." And he goes, "Well, you said you were married." And it was like, "Yes." "Well, I want to speak to your husband." Me and Angie went, "Why?" And he was like, "So he can put you back in your place."
Jesus.
And it was like, "Mate, it's 2023, not 1823.
Was this recent?
Yes, in December.
God.
Yeah. I came home and I told Michael, and he goes, "Did you cut his hair?" I was like, "Hell no." And he goes, "You should have shaved it all off." And it was like, "Yeah, no. I'm not doing that." But yeah, it's... So yeah, I'm short, fat and ugly. Oh, and I don't care.
God.
My husband is cooking me dinner.
Don't you with this up like
Good.
Callum?
What you having?
We're having faggots.
All right. With,
Faggots,
with mash.
you've got to have mashed potato when you have faggots.
See, Dad likes them.
You've got it's a staple, isn't it? Do you like faggots?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
used to like faggots, didn't you, Callum?
What?
Oh, you used to like faggots.
Oh, you can't beat faggots. Nice winter food.
What are they anyway?
Little
It's like
meatballs.
a soft burger, isn't it, really?
That's not a
But
burger.
not, but not.
It's
Like,
not a
like,
burger.
almost.
It's not a burger.
I suppose it is like a
It's,
meatball, really, isn't it?
It's cheap. It's cheap meat cuts. That's all I'm going to say.
In like a gravy sauce.
And in a gravy
Yeah.
sauce, yes. It was a very, 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 very cheap. When I was growing up, it was one of the cheapest meals that you could get.
Mm.
And now you can buy a box of 6 faggots
Mm.
for, I think it's like £1.10p or
So it's still cheap then.
£1.15. Yes.
Mm.
But just have faggots, broccoli, and mashed potatoes. You got a lovely meal.
Not too bad.
Yep, not too bad. But yeah, I'm back filming now, so we're going to follow your whole journey going to cabin crew.
We are.
And we're going.
Where you off
cabin
to?
crew, are you?
Yeah, Manchester.
You
In
got,
a couple of months' time.
oh, so you've actually got the job?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
start training 26th of March.
So, what company?
TUI. It's who I work for now, but I'm in Hampton, so I'm like a travel advisor. And I'm doing a transfer internally.
I say travel agent, yeah. They're not agents anymore, are you? You're advisors.
Yeah,
And you're-
consultants. Advisors, consultants.
Consulting is always charge more money.
yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe I should charge more money for doing hair.
Hair consultant.
I could be a hair consultant. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Change the phrasing slightly.
Change the what? Sorry.
Change the phrasing slightly.
Yes. I had one of my my older gentlemen message me. He goes, now you're in Breton. Are you charging us more? I was like, no. You charging us less? No, it's still the same. It's like, damn it! Please charge us less. And it was like, no, I can't.
Big cost though, moving everything over, isn't it? And having to do all.
The garage is taking the
garage.
longest
Mm.
and is the most expensive. But this used to be in my dining room.
Oh,
So yeah, this was my dining room. They're my dining room chairs,
yeah.
which is now the waiting chairs. My dining table is actually in the lockup.
Oh,
So when the garage is completed, I'll then be having a dining room back again.
good.
Did you get everything out in time?
Everything is out. The only thing I left was the lockers that I put in the new staff room. My 2 big plants because I couldn't get them in my car, and the 2 chairs and a Hoover because I couldn't get them
Not
anything
too bad.
else.
Ah, that's good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
There you go. You know
It's
the
quite
chairs
quick.
behind the desk? Yeah, I left them.
Got my tie.
Are you going to put your tie out? Yeah.
Nah. It's
No.
bedtime now.
Bedtime.
I'm up at 2:30 in the morning.
Why are you up at 2:30 in the
Crack
morning?
off.
Oh,
That's tomorrow.
Oh my god.
You're You what?
Flight's at 6.
Flight's
well,
at 6.
6:10. 6:10. Oh, thank you. No, Stansted.
You're going to Stansted?
Yeah, it's not that
It's
far.
not that far. It's only about an hour down the road.
Caitlin's driving from Spalding though, so she's going to pick me up, and then we've got her allowed for 2 hours, they're saying.
2 hours.
For delays, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, got to remember to pay. Right, I'm gonna stop.